Hello, everybody, and welcome to Westerly High School, Westerly Bulldogs football. My name is Ben Barber from 321 Westerly, and I am very excited because we are about to be rejoined once again by the voice, Greg Morano. Greg, how are you?
Hello, it is fantastic to be here. Hello, one, and hello, all. Welcome to a special edition of Thursday Night Football. Game got moved up one day due to some referee complications, but we're here. The weather is beautiful up on the hill at Sal or Jerry Field. Good crowd for a Thursday night and late notice. Bulldogs, okay, so they're coming off a 41-0 victory. Coming off of that kind of a victory builds such confidence. It was a huge start for such a young team. Obviously, they had things to work on, and I'm sure they did throughout the week. Their opponent, the Portsmouth Patriots. Now, they lost their first game, but they lost it to North Kingstown. It was one of those Power 4 teams. It was a non-league matchup, much like the Bulldogs. However, the Bulldogs non-league matchup brought them down a division. They played a lesser opponent, whereas Portsmouth went up and played an upper opponent. So you can't really match the two. We're all going to figure it out here tonight. Last year, we don't want to revisit last year. Portsmouth's famous for their read option. It's a rule defense. As far as defensively, you have rules and you have your man, and you can't leave your man on a read option regardless. So it's a matter of the players following their rules, really, and some young players that played outstanding last week. And we'll see how it goes as the players line up for the national anthem, and then we will return. Maybe I'm a little early on that. Either way, I'm super excited to be here tonight, folks. We are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple. This production today is going to be brought to you by Kiefer Martial Arts. 20% off 2-week trial. Just use code 321. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes, D&V Mechanical, a Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. And now we are finally lined up for the national anthem. So again, we shall begin once this is over. I've been waiting for this all day. The Bulldogs had some surprise performances last week. Romello Hamlin out of the backfield as a senior. That was the first varsity game he ever started. I was unaware of that last week, and I'll tell you what, as a defense or an opposing coach, you would have never known. He had an excellent game, especially considering his first game. Today, he'll be joined by, I guess, their starting running back, Terrell Hill. So their backfield will have that extra punch and extra speed. They both have excellent speed between Hill and Hamlin. And now Wesley finally got someone to throw the ball and a staff that's willing to let him. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be really, really exciting. It really is. Again, the team is young, but what we see is just nothing but positivity. They got all the numbers from last game, and of course, they're off the charts, unbelievable. But again, I want to see a little division action before those numbers really hold much ground. We have the Musqueamish Beach Fall Fest, folks, this Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you try to get down there. It'll last for the event of the summer. So after this game, Portsmouth heads to Barrington, who copied Portsmouth essentially last year with that read option. The Bulldogs grew as a team by the week last year. You could see it. And that's what Coach Dunbar professed. And that's what they did, because coming out of that game, their lone win was the non-league contact versus Charahoe, and their start of their league schedule didn't go very well. So hopefully things start differently for them today. They're predominantly healthy and now getting ready for the national anthem.
At this time, please welcome the Westerly High School Marching Band as they will play our national anthem. Please rise.
All right. It's time to get this party started on top of the hill. The crowd is excited. The beginning of their conference season. We are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple, folks. And hopefully the Bulldogs can make this thing look as simple as they did last week. I'm going to be honest, I don't see a repeat exactly of that type of game. I think Portsmouth is going to come in far more disciplined. And discipline is the word of the day for the Bulldogs defense versus this read option that Portsmouth employs. In the middle of the field, 55, Matt Garofola, captain. Number 3, Luke Delson, junior captain. Number 7, Andrew Bozak. And number 33, Eric Fazaro.
Number 33, Eric Fazaro. Number 3, Alex Nelson.
Fazaro had a good first game of his season. He ended up with 57 rushing yards, 48 receiving yards for a total of 105 yards. Bulldogs having their way on the ground. I mean, their season total, obviously, is their one game total. Bulldogs are going to receive the opening kick. So I'll get more into numbers in a little bit here. We're getting started here.
Start the game receiving the football.
Bulldogs are going to get the ball in the first half. And the first true test is underway. They passed every test possible last week. Got the town all excited already. If you couldn't get out on the Thursday night short notice, hopefully you're tuning in. And if not, you can check it out tomorrow night on TV from home. Bulldogs break, and we're getting ready to get this show going. A lot of question marks coming in, a lot of youth, and obviously the youth of the Bulldogs quarterback. All questions are answered. I will go over his numbers as the game progresses. I don't want to like spot numbers, and all questions were answered, I do believe. So it looks like the Bulldogs are winding up. So yes, received, correct. So Portsmouth's schedule doesn't get any easier. They had a tough rough start. They go to North Kingston, a Power 4 team. I don't know how they ended up with the schedule. They play Westerly, and Westerly's a powerful team, fast team, and then they go to Bishop Hendricken. So their first 3 games are pretty unforgiving. Here is the whistle. We are underway. Thursday night football field, Saddle or Jerry Field. 1-0 Bulldogs, 0-1 Patriots, division matchup. And DeJour's got the ball for the Bulldogs. He's being chased. A lose 1, up to the 15. Hit and brought down right about this short of the 15. 13-yard line. Nice kick. Bulldogs backed up a little bit, but they'll get this thing started. 1st and 10 for the 13. That was number 6, Christian DeJour. Now, DeJour, he joined the Bulldogs midway through the last season. In fact, it was versus Cranston East. In Cranston East, opening kick he took to the house. First time he touched the ball this season, he returned it for a touchdown. And he did it a couple more times last year, so he's definitely a dangerous returner. All right, Husserl out of the gun. Hill next to him. Pizarro in the backfield, 2 wide and short side, and it's going to be handed off to Hill, who squirts his way off the right tackle. And for a good first down gain. Hill is extremely quick. I actually had the opportunity to watch him in Pee Wee as well develop. He's extremely fast, and I like to say he makes himself skinny. When he hits a hole, the way he can turn his hips, he doesn't, I don't want to say get hit hard often, but he knows how to elude those really hard tackles every play. So here we go. Out of the gun, 1 back. It's going to go to Hill again, and he's good for about 3 more.
Number 5, Terrell Hill. Past the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
Number 9, George Smith on the stop for the Patriots.
And the players checking their bracelets for the play. Wristbands, I should say. Hill again to Hugh throws right, and he gives it to him again. And this time he's held up in the backfield, but he breaks it and squirts through, and the ball got loose. I think this could not be good. Did he fall on it? Looks like he did. Yes, he did. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, unfortunately they did not get a first down, so they're in a punting situation. And their first drive, unlike last week's first drive, again, we're up a division opponent stalls. 3 straight carries from Hill in drive number 1. Bulldogs got someone racing in. You don't like to see that stuff early. Cheerleaders egging them on. Bad snap, handled, kicked. Good thing for Bozak. Really is a good thing the Bulldogs have a kicker like this. Look at that bounce. That went 20 yards back. He was in jeopardy just to get it off. And the Bulldogs cover. The Bulldogs could have been buried there, folks, in their own territory. Ball to 50, ball to 40. That would have been the average scenario. Bozak, man, under pressure. Gets a beautiful roll, 15 yards or so. And Portsmouth is going to start things off inside their 30. And they're going to test the Bulldog defensive line, number 52, Andre Adams, a junior. The key to the whole system, number 55, Matt Garofolo. He is going to be playing right defensive tackle. You got Rico Sposato. And over here you have Jesse Sama. So, number 1, you got the read option coming out of the Patriots. And hand off much like the Bulldogs. And that is handled well. Garofolo first on the scene, assisted by Sposato.
Number 3, John Vorte, tackled on the play at the line of scrimmage.
So it's really important just to see how disciplined the defensive end linebacker and tackle could be. Especially they're young. I mean, Jesse Samo's first year on the field. Matt Garofolo playing every position on the defensive line wherever they need somebody. But this is his first year at defensive tackle. He was out injured all last year, and he is a huge factor in this Bulldog defense. Andre Adams had a great first game. And they're going to go to the right side. Nowhere. Coming from the backside and first in contact. That's some pretty good speed, and the defensive line does the rest. Climbing out there, number 58 for the Bulldogs, Mason Vitorino, senior. So that is a good start for the Bulldog defense. Going to have a 3rd and 10 situation.
Michael Garofolo, it is 3rd and 10. Inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
3rd and 10 from the 29. Big play here for the Bulldog defense. Get this crowd into things again here. And he holds back. He's rolling short. And he's got his man. And that is going to be good for a first down. And just what they needed. They got about 12. So they will move the chains. Good job of the quarterback forcing a commit by the Bulldogs and then locked him over the head. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for the Patriots. No real breakdown there, just more or less pretty good play by the quarterback. The motion on the Patriots offense. He's going to hand it off to the far side, number 3. He gets through the edge, and he's quick over the 50 for a first down, and he's mad at himself for getting called. That would be number 3, John Vout, a senior. That's going to leave it with inches to go. No, first down for the Patriots.
Just over midfield into Westerly territory.
Let's see what the Bulldogs come up with. We haven't seen the read option that I have mentioned yet. A little movement early on the Patriots side didn't get called. Straight handoff off tackle. And taken down by number 3 and number 58, including Nelson And Vittorino's having a good start. But it was enough to move the second down that's coming up and about 9 yards.
He's up a 2nd and 9.
Patriots hit the line. Both teams huddling compared to last week where they kind of ran the slow huddle offense. Out of the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. And hand off to the near side. And there's a flag on the play, and the Bulldogs it's a good thing. He gets the edge. Pretty good gain, tackled by Adams. That looks like it might be brought back on a hold.
By number 52, Andre Adams. Flag down on the play.
I don't like to call it ahead of time.
But
the flag was in the vicinity of holding, and he's pointing at it. So a break for the Bulldogs because that was a successful offensive play for Portsmouth, which really just about every play has been positive yardage. This program brought to you in part by Right Roofing, folks. South County Health, Ed French and Son Paving, and XC Media Design. Ball's going to go back to the 42-yard line.
It's still 2nd down.
This game for me couldn't have moved up to a better move up a day, and I don't have to wait for a whole nother day of excitement. I've been waiting all week for this. And up come the Bulldogs, number 9 at defensive end. Caleb Williams, only a sophomore, doing a nice job early. And play action rolls to the far side. That same little toss. It's like a waggle play. He's able to complete it, though. Pretty good coverage by Fazaro on the play. He was right with him. So that's how they gained the first down. And that is going to be a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and a long 5, 3rd and 6. Another big opportunity for the Bulldogs to put a stop to this drive. Haven't seen the quarterback for the Patriots keep the ball himself yet. And last year that was a big issue. Bulldogs had a tough time stopping it. Straight pass, screen, and good blocking up ahead. And he couldn't make that first tackle. That was the one as the Bulldogs his way through to a first down. Holy smokes, folks. Carrying Bulldogs to where he needs to be. This team is now fired up. And the Portsmouth portion of the crowd here at Salvo Jerry Field is alive, and that was a powerful run. Bulldogs had a chance right at the line of scrimmage. One. They didn't seem to read the screen all that well. Perfectly timed call. Got to be on guard. 3rd down and long. Screen draw. You learned that from youth. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the moving Patriots. Snap. Hands it off again. Up the middle. Room. On the right side. And that's a nice 6-7 yard gain on 1st down. Number 3. Wow.
Tackle on the play for the Bulldogs, number 9, Caleb Williams.
Down at 2. Well, they get less than I thought, actually. About a 4-yard gain on the play. So the Patriots trying to make it an opening drive statement on their opposing field. Bulldogs hoping for that bend but do not break defense here. Step up with the blitz and nice timing. Perfect spot. They sent number 58, Vittorino again. Shot him through the gap right into the back. Perfect call. Well executed. And here we go again with another big 3rd down play. The past 2, the Patriots have been able to convert. First one on a little waggle pass to the near side. And second one, running back just carried Bulldogs. So here we go. 3rd down and about 7. Patriots break the huddle. Number 2 in command, Adam Conhini. 2 backs in the backfield. Turns, keeps it himself, rolls to the open side. Looking for that same route. Bulldogs got it covered. He's under pressure. Can they make the tackle? Oh, no, he got through everybody. And he's still on his feet. Man, the Bulldogs had him for a loss, let alone not first down yardage, but a nice run and missed tackles on the part of the Bulldogs. I can't make it look any prettier than that looks. There was a lot of missed tackling and a huge third down conversion again for the Patriots. That's their third of this drive. And again, it quiets down the crowd here at Salvo Jerry Field early, but don't worry, they'll pop off out of nowhere. A very yeoman-like drive here for the Patriots. They're not in any hurry. They haven't shot anything deep. Using little bits out of all of their playbook, and right now they're getting chunks on every play. That was a guard trap, missed the block, and the Bulldogs still don't do a great job of tackling him. But the guard missed his trap, allowing the Bulldogs to get in.
Brought down after a short pickup.
Gain of about a yard on the play. Spazzato in on the tackle. We are down to the 22-yard line. A time-consuming drive as well for this Patriot offense. Coming off the bus on a late ride can definitely screw up a team. I can vouch for that. Did not happen to the Patriots here tonight. They came out ready to roll. Out of the gun, number 3 in the backfield to his left, Vout. 2 wide receivers both sides. We're looking left. He tucks. He was run all the way, and he goes down. Are you kidding me? Litterito again in the backfield. Did he ever come to play today? He is fired up and trying to get his teammates to join. Oh, wait, that was number 56. Correct. Michael Barton. I did that to him last week, too. I gave credit away for him one time. Michael Barton from the defensive line with a huge play. But here, now, third down attempt number 4. So the Bulldogs are doing the job on first and second. And here we go. Their 4th attempt and a third down conversion on this opening drive. Straight drop, cuts, quarterback going to run it all the way. And the Bulldogs don't give him room this time. And they force a 4th down situation, decision. More than likely go for it. We're at the 20-yard line. The punt does you very little good. So we're going to have a 4th and 9 situation. And without a doubt, our biggest play of the game.
Number 3 knocked out of bounds on the play by Luke Nelson. The last sack on the play was 56, Jack Speranza.
Well, I'm getting my numbers again wrong. That was number 56. Yeah, Michael Barton. So we're coming out with 2 wide to the short side. Vout to his right out of the gun. Everything out of the gun. And he's going to roll from wide side. Throws. And that is picked off by the Bulldogs. Although you didn't want to pick it off because they lost some yardage by doing so. It is a stab builder. Great play by the defense to end the drive. See, if you pick it off on 4th down, it gets marked where you are, where you get tackled. And if you just bat it to the ground, you get it where their line of scrimmage was. Not a huge deal. The huge deal there was the Bulldogs implied that bend but don't break defense. They were allowing a little more than they would have liked. And they tightened their belts, stopped the drive, and are now on offense for the second drive of the game. And they're going to start on the far hash. Out of the gun. Hill to his left. Pizarro in the slot. Straight drop looking. And dangerous pass. What a spot where only his man could grab it. His man, number 9, Caleb Williams, the sophomore, with a beautiful reception. And just like that, last drive out the window, crowd back into it, and here we go. Caleb Williams at tight end is a definite weapon for the Bulldogs for the next 3 years, really. Husserl gets it. To Hill it goes. Trying to get to the edge, cuts up and in. Quick cut, and now he's bouncing it outside and reaches for the first down. About a yard short. Nice run by Hill off the right side. And suddenly our Bulldogs are moving. Got a whistle on the field.
To the 31, it's going to be 3rd and 1.
possibly a player down situation.
And that is going to take us to
Oh,
the end of quarter number
correction.
one.
Quarter
It's
number
still
1
0-0.
in the books already. No score. Defensive battle, I guess. Both teams pretty good time of possession, but Bulldogs 0, Portsmouth 0. After 1, we have a great 3 quarters of football ahead of us, folks.
Hi, my name is Mark Wright. I'm a realtor with Caldwell Banker Coastal Homes. I'm licensed in Rhode Island and Connecticut. Should you need any assistance in buying or selling a home, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I'm also happy to support my alma mater, the Westerly Bulldogs. Go Dogs!
And here we go, folks. Back at it. Teams flip-flop sides. Bulldogs with the ball. 12 minutes in the books. No score. Portsmouth had the ball for a good amount of time on their one possession. Bulldogs have had it twice, and Portsmouth has had it once. Bulldogs are going to go straight to the line of scrimmage. Fusero out of the gun. Hill behind him. Hamlin wide to the near side, and Nelson on the far side. Has it, gives it to Hill. Cuts to the left, not much room, but he'll get a few up to shoot there. That'll bring up a second and about 7 for the Bulldogs.
Picks up a couple yards. That is good for another Bulldog first down.
So it's been all in the backfield anyway, all Hill thus far. We haven't even seen Hamlin line up in the backfield. But man, did he do a good job in Hill's absence. 87 rushing yards, 15 receiving yards, 36 punt return yards. He had 138 yards total. Romello Hamlin last week. Out of the backfield again is Hill. Fusero calls it, gets it, turns, throws, got his man. Oh, a little low. Good grab. Timing route pretty much turn and throw a little bit low.
Intended to number 7.
So the ball is at the 34-yard line. Bulldogs looking to move the chains, working from the line of scrimmage. Hamlin enters, as does Calvin Hill. Fusaro, again, can't forget about him. If you're a defense, certainly not. And this time he's going to give it to him in the back. Nice move by Hill. And he is making his headway forward. Nice run, nice tough run by Hill. A little deception in the back on the transfer.
Ball carrier for the Bulldogs brought down by number 6, Tyler Hurd. It is 3rd and 8.
3rd and short for the Bulldogs. Excuse me, 3rd and 7. Bulldogs take the line. 2 wide receivers to the wide side. Got Nelson short, Hill in the backfield. Fusaro in motion. Fusaro looks. He's got time. Puts it up, far sideline. And he's got his man, drops it in the basket. First down, Bulldogs, and there's number 2, Romello Hamlin, making his immediate contribution from the wide receiver position. So Fusaro, when he needed to, finds the open man, drops it in, and the Bulldogs move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 34. And boy, this is a new fun weapon that the Bulldogs are going to have going forward for a few years here. And out of the gun. Gives it to Hill straight to the right side. Good blocking on the edge. And that was good blocking by Fusaro to allow Hill to get to the inside of him and make a pretty nice first down gain. This, nothing like last year's matchup. I'll tell you that right now. Actually, well, stats of last year's game, pretty much it was all Portsmouth. Their offense couldn't be stopped. They ran the read option, and their graduated quarterback, he's going now, thankfully. He had a heck of a season all last year, and Portsmouth went to the state title as well. So I mean, they were a good quality football team last year. They finally lost to St. Ray's in the Division II state championship. And Houston Island got trips far side. 3-step drop screen, got his blockers. They can pick up some men, and they do. And there goes Hill, right up the shoot, still on his feet, flown all the way forward. What a game! Well run, well constructed screenplay by the Bulldogs gives them first and goal. Nice run by Hill. Nice job by that offensive line. There's a Bulldog down at the moment. Folks, this production has been brought to you tonight by Kiefer Martial Arts. 20% off 2-week trial. Be sure to use code 321. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes. D&V Mechanical, a Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. And up pops number 68 for the Bulldogs. No serious injury, obviously, excuse me. And the crowd responds, and we'll get back to action. Bulldogs with, I do believe, first and goal. Yep, should be from the 8-yard line. Looking to be the first person to get up on the board here.
First and goal, Bulldogs.
First and goal. Hill in the backfield. Husero gets it. Give to Hill. And he is buried in the backfield. He doesn't make it easy, but it's still going to be for a loss. Definite breakdown on that side of the line, and Portsmouth sent a backer. One extra man. So they're back to about the 11-yard line, so it'll be second and goal from the 11 for the Bulldogs. You knew it was going to be a dogfight here tonight between these two quality clubs. Usero awaits the snap, got it. Steps back, throws, got his man on the money. Number 3 into the end zone, reaches in, I do believe, and he does. Touchdown, Westerly. Usero to Luke Nelson for the score. Another passing touchdown for the freshman. Bulldogs first on the board, 6-0 Westerly, pending the extra point. So when the Patriots got the ball, they had time of possession on their side. They had a pretty good drive as far as yards gained. Bulldogs stifled it, turn around, put their offense on the field, and their freshman throws his way to a lead again. The extra point is blocked. Now those can come back. We'll see. Bulldogs 6, Portsmouth nothing as Portsmouth gets set to receive. And that fires up the entire team for the Bulldogs. I mean, the Bulldogs don't have any real gaps in their schedule. The schedule looks identical to last year. They're going to be heading to Barrington for a similar system that they're playing here tonight in Portsmouth, playing against tonight in Portsmouth. They return back home for Shea the following week. Set to kick, Drew Bozak. Another weapon the Bulldogs have that goes underrated, underseen, undervalued is the value of a kicker. Andrew Bozak, number 7, gets set to kick. And it's up in the air. Bulldogs 6, Patriots 0. And he's going to take it from about the 1-yard line. And he's going to try to get around the edge. It does. Gaining more than he should have. Tripped up and out of bounds. Decent return. 27-yard return. Bulldogs defense will take the field. Again, we've yet to see the Portsmouth quarterback run. And whether that's a big part of his game, maybe they've switched up their offense a little bit from last year. He's only a sophomore. A little confusion. Let's see what's going on here. There's a flag. We'll pick it up, and the flag was against the Patriots. So that's going to back them up even further. I did not see the flag. They will start 1st and 10. And it looks like he is going to be deep in their own end at about the 10-yard line. So that's a big bonus for the Bulldogs with a 6-0 lead. Now they have them pinned. Let's see what they can do with it. Out of the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Heading to the far side, breaks 1 tackle, squirts forward for about 2 yards and not much more. Good job by the Bulldog defensive line.
Yard pickup by number 52, Andre Adams.
Andre Adams on the scene again.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 to go for the Bulldogs. And Patriots come out twins near side. Out of the gun, 1 back in the backfield. Motion. And he hands it off behind the motion and makes some moves. And gains some nice yardage up the middle of that Bulldog defense. 1 move at the line of scrimmage, and there was a void in the middle. He found it. A gain for the Patriots. 2nd level was absent there for the Bulldogs, so that'll move the chains. And get their backs out of their own end zone. Portsmouth, always a disciplined team, a disciplined offense, and you have to play a disciplined style defense against them. Thus far, they've done that. They haven't been challenged 100% with the offense yet. And handoff, and he makes that first move, and it turns into about a 4-yard gain. A little over pursuit by the Bulldog defensive lineman.
Number 3, John Forte again.
Voigt getting the workload for the Patriots.
21 there, Calvin Hill. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8.
You got Fazaro in the middle of the field, getting his defense together. Two backs in the backfield next to Vogt, and that flags off the bat.
Flag down before the play was ran.
And that was going to be against the Bulldogs in the neutral zone, and that's a mental mistake. And that's 5 free yards. Up to about the 31-yard line, and the Patriots need the 33.
31-yard line is going to be 2nd and 2.
Patriots setting up here. Trips to the near side. Voigt in the backfield. And quarterback's got it this time. Tucked it immediately. Bulldogs pursue and do a nice job. Tripped up initially by Fazaro, who's limping a little bit. And hopefully we'll watch him walk that off. Nice job by the Bulldogs in pursuit on that one. Quarterback tucked immediately, letting them know. Maybe if you had waited a yard or two, things would have been differently, but either way, it was enough yardage for the first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Humidity is still sticking around a little bit, but nothing like last week. And the Patriots take the line, 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Bulldogs 6, Patriots 0. We are live here from Sal Algieri Field. And the handoff, and off tackle got room out with another nice gain of about 6 yards, I'd say, on 1st down.
Number 3 again.
So they're winning the battle in the trenches here at the moment.
For 5 yards, brought down by number 58, Mason Venerito.
Folks, this production brought to you by We Are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple.
38-yard line.
Ball is going to be placed at the 38. So that was about a 5-yard gain on first down. And they'll take the line. Bulldogs running a 4-3. That could be given 5 out on the line this time. Turn around, keeps it, rolls, and he's running out of space. And take it down. He doesn't get rid of it. Huge play by Jesse Samo and the frustrated coaching staff and quarterback of the Patriots needed to just get rid of it, but Samo seems to have launched into him. Didn't give him the chance. Big loss. Big play by the Bulldogs. And that'll set up 3rd down and 14 all the way back to the 29. Samo with speed. First varsity football game last week did a heck of a job. And I'll tell you what, defensive end's a thankless position with a lot of responsibility. And the Patriots, let's see what they can do here. They have trips to the wide side, one back in the backfield, and they're going to immediately roll wide side. And he's under pressure. Adams forcing the first pressure. Throws off his back foot. Couldn't plant his foot to throw. That was because of pressure. Adams the closest to him, and that is going to force a Portsmouth punt. And the defense of the Bulldogs steps up.
Going to bring up a 4th down.
So that drive stifled by the Bulldog defense.
George Smith for Portsmouth standing at the 15, ready to punt it away to Romello Hamlin, standing at the Bulldog 40.
So as we sit right here, the Bulldogs have played block the punt. And what a special teams play by the Bulldogs. Hamlin ends up with it, and they are in business here, folks. This place is lit up. Special teams play. And Jesse Samo, the first on the scene. So he has the tackle sack that causes the punt, goes and blocks the punt. Bulldogs 1st and 10 in the red zone. And folks, the owner here just gave me a nice stat, man. That's 6 quarters of football in the books, folks. And he has yet to have to put a single point on the away team side. Now that's impressive. That is extremely impressive by this Bulldog defense. And we have a break in play, a timeout on Portsmouth while they will try to regroup, and we'll take a quick break.
D&V Mechanical, Southern Rhode Island and Eastern Connecticut's leader in ducted and ductless air conditioning, heating, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, and water heaters. We are Mitsubishi Diamond contractors and offer professional installations with a 12-year parts and compressor warranty. Call for a free estimate today. For over 15 years, your mechanical solution. D&V Mechanical, fast, friendly, and ridiculously reliable.
And here we go. We are back. Bulldogs offense in business. Momentum clearly on the side of the home team now, which hasn't been the case from the get-go. And they will set up right at the 19, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fazaro and Hill in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Husero closes cadence, got it. Turns, keeps it. Rolling near side. On the run, good patience. Throw. Got his man! Tight end number 9 on the reception, Caleb Williams. Great hands by Williams. Great poise by Husero. 1st down for the Bulldogs. Sticks are down, goal to go, and looking to put their 2nd touchdown on the board. Just the poise on the rollouts and in the backfield in general by this freshman quarterback is just so beyond impressive. Handoff this time. Hill streaks his way in for the Bulldog touchdown. The Bulldogs not 6 more on the board, and that was Terrell Hill. 12-0 as it stands, pending extra point. or decision to make up for the first missed one. Bulldogs have taken momentum. We set for the extra point at the 2:23 mark of the first half. And let me tell you, time of possession for the Bulldogs. They've recovered. We have a whistle that kills the play. We'll have to do this again. Where is the question? Yeah, that's encroachment on the defense. Do they go for two now that they're that much closer? Players want to, of course. And there's going to be a timeout on the field while they figure out whether they're going to go for 2 or 1. Smart idea by Coach Pizzato, get his players some water at the same time. What a half of football. Man, I waited all day long for this, and it has not disappointed already. This production has been brought to you in part by Kiefer Martial Arts. 20% off 2-week trial, folks. Use code 321. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coldwell Coastal Homes, D&V Mechanical, Wesley's leader in ductless heating and cooling, a Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. And here comes the Patriot defense as the Bulldogs have, I'm not 100% sure. It looks like they've changed their mind, and they are going to go for 2. And here comes Futuro. That my confusion was because I did not see number 14. So here we go. Let's see if they can make that penalty hurt even more. Hill deep in the backfield, and he'll get it, and he's got it, and it does hurt that much more. The Bulldog, oh, there's a flag there. A definitely hit that will be employed on the kickoff. And that wasn't a hidden one. That was anyway, the score 14-0. Bulldogs lead. Everything but that was Bulldogs. And they will get set to kick again after this penalty is assessed. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs. No need, especially when you're winning.
It appears to be after the play.
So as they get Bulldogs get set to kick again, and I got to tell you, Bulldogs took the ball 3 and out. Portsmouth took the ball, held it for about 6 minutes, 3 third-down conversions. It took until the 4th for the Bulldogs to stop the drive deep in their own territory. So a great job by the Bulldog defense. But since then, it's been all Bulldogs. As this half slowly starts to tick down, they're going to back up quite a bit because of their antics in the end zone. As the Bulldogs will get set to kick from the 25, which matters because that helps out Portsmouth with better field position, considering time is a factor here in the remainder of the first half. We'd like to thank Roof Right Roofing, South County Health, Ed Frenchman Sun Paving, and XC Media Design. All a part of making this thing possible. We are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple. I'll tell you what, this freshman quarterback in 5 quarters of football, 6 quarters of football, he often makes it look simple as well. Drops it and picks it back up. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. And they're going to get it at about the 35. They drove him back to the 30, but forward progress. So the penalty essentially puts them up to the 36. Theoretically, they would have been down near the 20. Doesn't really work always that way, but the Patriots trying to put something up on the board before the half. Bulldogs doing a nice job staying with their responsibilities. Patriots have gained yardage on offense, but when the time has come, the Bulldogs have certainly stepped up. I'm going to get in. I have the standings, which you got a bunch of 1-0 teams and a bunch of 0-1 teams. Not too much for that this early in the season, but I do have some fun statistics. Handoff off the right side. And Patriots see if they can get much. They do get about 5 out of bounds.
Out past the 40-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Second down and about 6 yards to go. Getting the play from the coach right out there on the field. So, this Portsmouth squad brings 10 seniors, 15 juniors, 18 sophomores, and 23 freshmen. So they're a young team with a bright future, always a quality opponent. Out of the gun. 3-step, steps up, he's going to run. Cuts to that far side, and finally ripped out of bounds by number 12 for the Bulldogs, Jake Tarrant, but not before a first down.
Good for a first down into Bulldog territory.
Over the 50.
At the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Portsmouth.
I believe Portsmouth still has a couple of timeouts in their pocket. As they break out. Handoff, and Matthew Garofola blows that play up in the backfield, putting them back into their own territory. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field, and that's going to be a Portsmouth timeout. Huge play by the captain, who's often double teamed on that defensive line, allowing space for his other defenders. Last year out with an injury for the entirety of the season. This year playing a completely new position, holding it down for the Bulldogs. The captain, huge play. So now Portsmouth trying to come up with something to get on the board somehow here in the first half. Second down and 13 yards to go. Right at midfield. Bulldogs looking for another shutout half here. I should never have said that. You know, sports and superstitions. Well, I'm a believer, so let's hope this doesn't work out. Out of the gun. One in the backfield. They got 2 wide far side, 2 wide near side. 3-step throw, hands up by the Bulldogs. They're trained well. They really are. For a lot of players learning new positions this year, they do a lot of really nice things. The technicalities in the game, pass rush, the ability to put your hands up right before release. I mean, that's not something that always happens. You often get the dive or get nothing at all. So, not a clean opportunity to throw is going to set the Patriots up with a 3rd and long from the 50, 3rd and about 14. Number 12 getting some kind of instruction here from the official. And hasn't carried the ball remotely as much as the quarterback last year for the Patriots did. And he drops back, steps up, he's going for it. And he is not going to get a full swing of the arm because of the Bulldogs' defensive line. Rico Spazzato in on the play, and boy, has this defense stepped up here at the end of the second quarter again. And they stymie any opportunity that the Patriots had of putting points on the board offensively with that drive as we run even closer to the half. And they get this one off. Bulldogs will let it go more than likely. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at about the 19-yard line. Let's see what they elect to do here with the time remaining. And a 14-0 lead. Portsmouth does get the ball coming out of the half. But I'm going to tell you, they're going to have to make a few adjustments. I think early in the season, this Wesley team has surprised some teams. I really do. I think that they're built, as any team, to improve throughout the season. But I think they came out with more than a lot of opponents thought they had. Straight drop, Husro looking to the right. His left, up the sideline, and falls incomplete. Intended receiver, Romello Hamlin.
Pathway is incomplete. Intended for Romello Hamlin.
And we will go to 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Make sure you stay tuned for our halftime show when we get back from break. Hill behind Husro. Makes his call. Got it. Gives it. Hill with room up the middle. And a nice run. Great field vision. You could already see him looking towards the open field on the far side. And again, is there going to be a flag or is that just a trip? That was a flop. And we have the whistle on the field. Timeout Westerly.
Timeout.
So the Bulldogs are going to do whatever they can here to increase their lead. Not happy with just 14. It hasn't been a flawless half. It's been a gritty half. It's been a good half. On the offensive line perspective, they've done a nice job at the point of attack. Allowing Hill that little bit of time, that little crease is really all he needs because he really does have great field vision. So if you can get him through that slip with that first line of defense, he makes it real difficult on the defenders to get a good wrap around them. So here we go. Husro again out of the gun, this time Hill to his left. And we're waiting on the Portsmouth defense. Bulldogs came out a little early. So as the first half ticks to a close here at Sal Orgiri Field after what a memorable game one. It's the legends of Westerly football at the field. Handoff, Hill up the middle. Makes a one-man drive, and that's all Hill. Gets tripped up over the 50-yard line. He is quick and gets chunks of yardage. Fast, folks. He was about a shoelace away from breaking that thing on the far side. And the Bulldogs suddenly threatening. You thought after the last punt that Portsmouth had their last bite at the apple in the first half. Not the case. Another timeout on the field for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs definitely winning in the trenches. After the halftime show, I'll go through a few of the game one totals. Again, nothing to say for Charles. He was playing a lower opponent, but some of these numbers are just extremely impressive, especially some players aren't playing in their natural positions. Some players have playing in positions they have never played in before. Doesn't matter what night of the week, the atmosphere always here for football at Salvo Jerry Field. Back to pass, 3 steps, puts it up, almost get topped by behind. Yo, man, he got it. He reeled it in bounds. What a throw and a catch. And it is going to be incomplete, just out of bounds.
Number 2, Romello Hamlin.
What an effort. What a spot. Just off the mark. Well, just couldn't reel it in. Really, that was a beautiful play on both ends. The Bulldogs almost connect. That was their shot. Good call by Coach Pizzato. Out of the gun. And they're just going to hand it off this time to the right side hill. And I say they're just going to hand it off, but you never just give it to this guy because he is just that explosive that he can knock off 15, 20 yards in what seems like no time. Gains the first down. Not sure what is going on the field. I'm not going to lie to you. And that is the half. One more second to chant from the Bulldogs crowd. 2 quarters in the books, folks. All Bulldogs. Westerly 14, Portsmouth 0. We will be back.
I'm Michael Kiefer. I'm the owner of Kiefer's Martial Arts here in Westerly. We're here to help people. So with kids, yeah, they're kicking and punching and blocking and they're learning self-defense and they're getting a workout. Martial arts is physical, but we're also trying to embed those character development lessons into their classes as well. Perseverance and Donald Spirit. We get many referrals for kids that maybe have ADD or ADHD or kids that are maybe having some behavior problems. It's not to say I have a magic wand. Those are definitely things that we're going to work on with them. We always have a 2-week trial program. So if anybody's like, wow, that sounds pretty cool, but I just don't know if my kid is gonna like it and I don't want to be locked in, then you do the 2-week trial. I'm going to give you a uniform, a private lesson, and you can come to classes for 2 weeks. So for people that are unsure, that's a great way to go about it.
And then now for the halftime show.
bastard orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor. Grow up to be a hero and a scholar, the $10. Found and father without a father, got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being the self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter. Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait.
Bring the kids, bring grandma and grandpa, heck, bring everyone, and come to the Mesquamaket Fall Fest in Westerly September 15th, 16th, and 17th at Mesquamaket State Beach. You'll find an array of great food trucks, arts and craft vendors, games, rides, and a Ferris wheel. Friday night, internet sensations the Jay Creek Cloggers will perform, as well as Ambrosia with special guest John Ford Coley. Saturday night, it's Matt McAnally, 10-time CMA Music Award winner. It's an endless summer at Mesquamaket Beach with Fall Fest. Mesquamaket.org.
All right, folks, as we get ready to start the second half of action, that was a fantastic halftime show, as Westerly always provides. Players are on the field. Portsmouth back to the drawing board in the locker room, and I don't think this has gone the way that a lot of people expected. I really don't. I'm not saying who's going to win, who's going to lose, but just by the Bulldogs able to completely stifle the offense of the Portsmouth Patriots. I mean, they really have done a heck of a job. Like I said, players, captain like Matt Garofalo, playing a completely new position, coming off a year's injury. The defensive line really doing a heck of a job. Jesse Samo as well. Holy cow, coming in, just using pure athleticism as the season starts before any coaching came in. And then having been turned into a defensive end, a quality defensive end in one preseason. He has had a huge impact on the defense today, making some huge plays and done just a great job. And the Bulldogs have done a really good job of defending this read option, which looks very different than it did last year. And the Bulldogs matriculate their way onto the sidelines. But, 6 quarters of play, no points on the board. That is a sign. That's excellent defense. That really is. That's excellent everything. It's excellent special teams. You haven't had a breakdown that turned into points. And the Bulldogs have a lot of weapons. So as you see their schedule up on the board, they took care of Charo. It's only halftime. There's only 14 points on the board. A lot of football left, folks. So I'm not going to run off. But they head to Shea next week at 7 p.m. Right now, they want to finish off Portsmouth, who did a number on them last year. They really did. That quarterback had a heck of a game, and their offensive line did a nice job. Like I said, this year, the Bulldogs are the younger team. And actually, I'm doing the math in my head here. No, Portsmouth was 18 sophomores and 23 freshmen. Yeah, they qualified as the youngest team. The Bulldogs, they're a balanced group. They really are. They're coming up in all different levels, and they're coming up at the right time. Eric Cesaro having a nice first half as well. Let me get to some. Mason Vitorito, huge first half. Michael Barton with a huge play in the first half. So I don't know Landon Ustro's numbers through 6 quarters, but I sure do through 4. This freshman started his high school career 8 out of 11, 8 completions out of 11 attempts, 136 yards, 4 touchdowns, 153.8 quarterback rating. We are off in the second half. By the way, folks, those numbers are ridiculous. 153.8 quarterback rating. That just excites me about every game. The kick into the end zone for a touchback. We're about to start quarter number 3. And let's see what Portsmouth cooked up in the locker room. This Bulldog team, they're in shape. They play like a team. They utilize each other's talents, and they feed off each other. If one gets a double, the other capitalizes on his opportunity. And here we go. So we have Samuel at the end on the short side. Portsmouth comes out. And going to give it to him to shoot. A little bit of an alley. Guard trap style on the tackle. Mason Vitorito again. Big day from number 58. Whistle on the field and a Samo down, and you don't like to see that. It's been a clean season thus far, so That being said, folks, this production has been brought to you by Kiefer Martial Arts. Folks are offering 20% off 2-week trial. Use code 321. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes, D&V Mechanical. It's Wesley's leader in ductless heating and cooling. They are a Mitsubishi Diamond contract. We are 321 Wesley. We make marketing simple. And folks, make sure you don't forget the Musquamaket Beach Fall Fest this Saturday and Sunday. We are now in fall. The boys, the summer, boys, it's fall. Football season, leaves are changing, weather's beautiful. And everybody just kind of hoping to see him pop up. So the Bulldogs from here, they head to Barrington. Barrington won their first contest by a score of 28-7. So a quality team, and there we go. He is up under his own power. That is a huge thing to see in game one. For the kid who's just started and contributing so much. Portsmouth set the huddle, and here we go. Yeah, so Wesley's going to head to Barrington, who was 1-0 in game one, 28-7 winners, and Portsmouth with two backs in the backfield. Conheaney gets a snap. Quarterback draw all the way. And that is one of the plays that they found success on last year. Not the case this year.
Trying to go up the middle, but he's stopped by number 33, Eric Pizarro.
Eric Fazaro on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Brings up a third down and about 7 yards to go. And here we go. Twins to the left, one to the wide side. Back, looking short side. Rush to throw. And it's up in the air. Batted. Nice job by the Bulldog defense. Almost an interception. Again, that defensive line, they're not giving him the time he wants. Nice pursuit by Barton on that one. Pizarro, number 33 for the Bulldogs, also forced a fumble last week. And the Bulldogs have to receive the punt. Got to be careful for anything fishy in this scenario. And he gets it off quickly after having the first one blocked. And he's going to take it up to 45-50. This is Hamlin to the 45, still on his feet. All the way down to about the 43-yard line. Spinning his way forward. And the Bulldog offense will take the field for the first time in the second half of action.
42-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over first and 10.
So the Bulldogs will start out half number 2 with a 14-0 lead and fantastic field position. Points here really steals momentum in this one. Pizarro. Oh, got a whistle here. And it's an official timeout. Sticks were not set properly. So out wide on the far side, you have Bozek and Pizarro. Hamlin on the near side. Hill in the backfield. Usero calling out signals. He's got it. Pulls back. There's play action pump. He's under pressure. And he's going to be taken down. A little play action pass. And he had to hold up. Obviously, his target was not open. But you'd rather see a quarterback. It wasn't a loss of many yards. You'd rather see a quarterback tuck it than throw the forced pick. Especially 14-0. An interception, and you don't want to get into the 14-7s. Crowd is on fire here. This new turf has been a new omen for this Bulldog squad, playing very well on it. And as you see on the near side here, number 74 for the Bulldogs, Trevor Duranda. He's a senior, and he's a new addition to this line. He's doing a good job. In Hill got it with a nice block on the edge and speed. And he runs his way forward for a beautiful first down carry up to the 24-yard line off the right side.
Ball spotted inside the 25, first and 10.
Great job by the offensive front on that one. Bulldogs trying to take command here. That run behind Garafola and Spazzato. And you only need to carry a little lane for Hill to fit through, but man. Again, to Hill coming near side, and he cuts it out. Made it look like he wanted to go up and in, and he forced it outside, and a decent gain there as well. With Hill's speed and talents, he doesn't have to just race for the sideline and try to outrun his opponents. And is that a flag or something? Yes, it is. And that's going to be a flag versus the Bulldogs. That's going to back him up a little bit. Holding 10 yards from the spot, so it looks like back to about the 33-yard line where we will get things started again. And Hill's got it. He gets away one. And taken down by the second or third guy, gain on the play. We'll bring it inside the 30. 28-yard line, maybe on a 4-yard carry. And that will make it second down and about 14. And here we go. We have twins to the short side. Hill will take it, and he's going to be wrapped up and try to reverse his field. Loses his footing, can't do it. Nice pursuit by the Portsmouth defense. Folks, got to give them credit where credit is due. And they're hanging in there. They really are. The Bulldogs have made it a habit of not making mistakes twice in a row, if you know what I mean. They don't compound their errors. There's always going to be mental mistakes in football, especially a young team, especially early in the year. But thus far, they really haven't compounded them by getting down on themselves and the next mental mistake starts. The team's very mature early on in the season. Usero rolls. Got his man, Fazaro, right at the sticks. And that is I'll tell you what, that is a perfectly run route, perfectly thrown ball, perfectly executed play. Great job, coaches on down there. And I'll tell you what, this team is impressing me early. I get overexcited, that's my thing. But I'll tell you what, they're giving me reasons for excitement. First down and 10. It's on Hill again. He's going to have to cut it up, try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Is there a face mask? Maybe? Did they miss it? Play was stopped in his tracks, but there was a face mask on the way down, and he caught him for it. And it might have been a 5-yard right at the 15. We're going to see here, but either way, it's going to be first down for the Bulldogs, closer to the end zone. And if you're a Patriot coach, that's a shame because they had that play snuffed out from the start. He was falling down. And it was an incidental, so they'll get the 5. First down. Couldn't have worked out better for the Bulldogs, who are now first and goal to go. Usero out of the gun, leading his men to Hill. And he makes the first guy, second guy miss. Defensive line doing a decent job for Portsmouth of stepping up, making it difficult.
Stop at the line of scrimmage by number 77. Benjamin
Hill has taken the workload, certainly.
Second and 4.
Fusaro again playing like a veteran quarterback. His pocket presence, I think, is something that Westerly hasn't seen in their offense in a long time. That style and a fake. Fakes out the entire defense and gets the Bulldogs down to the 2-yard line. Fusaro, be able to hide that ball and something like that is an unbelievable talent. The Bulldogs knocking on the door.
Ball's on the 3-yard line, actually on the 2-yard line.
2-yard line for the Bulldogs. 6 are down.
If it's like ever like breast cancer awareness day.
Statement drive here for the Bulldogs. Hill has it. Up the shoot. Plenty of room. Oh, yeah, plenty of room. That is going to be a Bulldog touchdown, number 3 of the day. The score, Westerly 20, Portsmouth 0, and this team certainly getting revenge at the moment over last year's loss. A lot of these players, well, I don't know, a lot, but Fusaro was playing Pee Wee football at the time. Hill only a freshman, and look at the growth in Terrell Hill in a year. He's always been above his level at every level he's played. But man, is he putting it together this season. In game number 1, kick is up, and it is wide. That will leave the score Westerly 20 and Portsmouth 0. Coming out of the half, Portsmouth ball. Bulldogs 1, 2, 3 shut them down. They get it, they take it down the length and score another touchdown. That is demoralizing for a visiting team, certainly, especially when this crowd is relentless and this young team is relentless as well. We are going to go to a quick break, folks. We will return.
Hi, my name is Mark Wright. I'm a realtor with Caldwell Banker Coastal Homes. I'm licensed in Rhode Island and Connecticut. Should you need any assistance in buying or selling a home, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I'm also happy to support my alma mater, the Westerly Bulldogs. Go Dogs!
And we are back. Bulldogs set to kick. And Bulldogs kicking from the far hash. They might have changed the night from a Friday to a Thursday, folks, but they didn't change results. This is Bulldog Friday Night Football at its finest. This young team really exciting this town. This new coach, Coach Spazzato, not new to coaching by any means. But hey, around the corner and flips up. They're going to start at the 32. Not bad starting position. And now, I just watched their quarterback, number 2, Adam Canhini, return a kick, which is unusual, but return a kick that well. Yeah, he hasn't had the opportunity, maybe because of the Bulldog defense or whatever it may be, but to carry the ball on offense really at all. He hasn't hurt the defense. So let's see how the Bulldogs start this drive. They have seemingly had all the answers. If there's been any issue, I guess it kind of mirrors last week. Is right up. And in comes the play. Bulldogs have played a clean game, besides the one unsportsmanlike. There have been no flags. And spreading things out a bit. 2 backs in the backfield. Canhini at quarterback and the whistle. And we have a timeout Portsmouth on the field. They're starting to realize how important these drives are. Still a lot of football to play. Plenty to score a few times, but they're going to have to come up with something different. And the Bulldogs just have a lot of contributors in different areas, and they've started this season in fantastic fashion. And this production to you folks is brought to you in part by Kiefer Martial Arts, offering 20% off 2-week trial. Use code 321. Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes, D&V Mechanical, Westerly's leader in ductless heating and cooling, a Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. We are 321 Westerly, folks. We make marketing simple, and the Bulldogs are kind of making defense look simple here at the moment. As the Patriots take the field out of the gun, Kanini, 2 in the backfield, and he's going to keep it and throw. And nice written play. Number 6 has it and taken down and out of bounds by Veterito. Not before a good gain. The play action made him bite, and that is a positive play for the Patriots. I think it's the second time they've run that play, both for completions. But it's that play action motion that's tough. That holds your linebacker that one step and allows that receiver to cut out and have a little bit of space. So out of the gun. 1 back on each side. 2 wide receivers near side. From midfield. Trailing by 20. Back to pass. Deep, near sideline. And the Bulldogs have excellent coverage on the play. Romello Hamlin may not be getting the carries today that he carried the entire load last week, but he's doing his thing on defense. They've come after him a few times, and he has been up to the task. So right from midfield again, the Patriots will try to figure things out. You can tell the pressure is starting to clamp down on him a little bit as the ball is starting to get up in the air a little bit more. Their pass attack has not really done too much damage to the Bulldogs. Back, 3-step throw, and that is well covered by the Bulldogs. 2 receivers pretty close to each other. However, both are covered anyway. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 10 from midfield. When that clamp tightens every drive that you don't grab a point if you're Portsmouth. Let me see if we can pull up some more stats for you here that we did in the first game. This Bulldog team has come out and really done great job. I mean, just the examples of Romello and Hamlin. Back to pass, the throw. And that is incomplete. Well defended by the Bulldogs. Number 12 on the scene, Jake Tarrant. And that is going to bring up a 4th down. So this is definitely fake punt territory. Midfield down by 20. I think the Bulldogs are very aware of that as well and should be prepared. They did fall victim last week. They had a pretty commanding lead at the time, but they did fall victim to a fake punt. And Patriots are going to have to waste a timeout setting up for a punt or a possible 4th down. Go for it. It's early for that. But they will get a little extra water, folks. And we'll see what the Patriots can cook up. Folks, don't forget, Mesquamaket Beach Fall Fest this Saturday and Sunday. A fantastic time for all parents and family. As the Bulldogs are on a mission here. And let me tell you, the statement, 2 home games on their brand new turf field. And quickly they have awoken the town. Defensive line, close the line. Little shift by Portsmouth to the open field side. And the punt. Bulldogs have it at the 13. He's got some room, Hamlin. He's out at the 30 with a stiff arm and forced back. He'll get up to the 33-yard line. And not bad field position again for the Bulldogs. He's getting a little chippy, though. A little chippy now that we're into the division battles here, folks.
28-yard line by number 6, Tyler Hurd.
Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 from the 38, and now it's still the 3rd, but you start creeping. You start putting your eyes up on that clock. Every possession you don't score gives the Bulldogs an opportunity not only to run more time off the clock, but create further distance. Husero gun, hands it to Hill, and Hill drags himself forward for about 3. Husero also does a nice job of carrying out the play, finishing the play, when after the handoff, hiding it behind the tip, following through with the fake, and that play alone held 2 defenders from the backside from coming over and making any commotion. Also setting up for the time when he does have that ball hidden on his hip perfectly, which he does a beautiful job of. Hill behind Husero. Gives it to him right to shoot. Little room, not a lot. 2 yards, going to bring up a 3rd and about 4.
Again, number 5, Terrell Hill, up the middle. Going to bring up a 3rd.
A little bit of a limp, might need a break here.
Ball is at the 41-yard line. Number 77, Benjamin Blythe on the tackle.
So we have about 5 yards to go. Bulldogs 20. Portsmouth 0. Bulldogs trying to avenge season opening loss to the Patriots last year. Patriots totally outplayed them last year. And then a young Bulldog squad, new in a lot of areas, right now have not only a 20-point lead, but they've controlled the tempo of the game, the pace of the game.
Give me a flag down, delay a game.
Delay a game on the Bulldogs. Bring it back towards the original line of scrimmage.
That'll make it 3rd and 9.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. He'll do Husero's right. Husero gets the defense to jump, and he did that last week as well. I think it was the defense. It was. So he gets those 5 yards back. But man, again, a freshman that has a cadence commanding enough to create the defense to jump. He's only going to get better at that as well. But he did that twice last week. Hard count, however you want to call it. Takes it back. Look at that screen. Got his man. Oh, breaks the tackle Hill, but that was pretty much snuffed out from the start.
Screen pass is complete to number 5, Terrell Hill. Picks up about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So it's going to be 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Andrew Bozak stands back to punt.
So out of the half, the Bulldogs, each team stopped on offense. Both defenses step up. And another whistle. Timeout for the Bulldogs, Coach Rosado. And a great start in his coaching career as well. Coach Rosado 1-0. Would love to make it 2-0 here tonight. 2022 Rhode Island State Championship baseball coach as well. He's the varsity baseball coach. And this is his first season as head coach. However, he has been on this staff for eons. And it's just an exciting time in Westerly for Westerly football. You got the new field, young talent. So this production, folks, brought to you by Kiefer Martial Arts, D&V Mechanical, And we are 3-2-1 Westerly. We make marketing simple.
Number 2, Adam Coheen stands back at the
Bulldogs
29.
set back to punt.
He pulls that set to punt it away.
High snap handle. Got it off. And that was a Patriot bounce. Bulldogs able to settle on it. Still get it at their own 34-yard line. Still looking to get the first points on the board of the day. As Portsmouth offense makes its way onto the field. The Bulldogs with a balanced attack, which is, I got to say, that's kind of new for the Bulldogs for pretty much forever. We've always been a run-first team, and I do believe we are a run-first team still this season, but this season and moving forward to have a more than capable, if not potent, passing attack to add to the Bulldogs' well-renowned rushing attack. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Quick pass. Wide receivers got it. Bulldogs in pursuit. And a nice play. Gets all the way out to the corner and stays in bounds. Big gain by Portsmouth. And they can move fast. And they're going to be running you would imagine, a quick offense, quicker version of offense.
Multiple flags down on the play.
Flags coat the field at the moment. Generally a sign of an offensive penalty. Let's see what he has for an infraction for us. That could bring back a positive play that Portsmouth is in dire need of. It's looking like where they're going to be marking it back to. So this is going to be a bonus for Westerly. Nice 12 or so yard gain. Nice 12-yard gain will be negated by penalties for Portsmouth, and down 20-0 later in the third quarter against this Westerly team. Can't afford mistakes. Westerly has not had many flags themselves.
Penalty will bring the ball back to the 20-yard line.
Little chippiness throughout the game, but like I said, you're going to see that all season long in this division. Oh, so it was a high-low block on the Patriots, and that's the big kind.
First and 25.
Bulldog defensive line. Michael Barton, Rico Spazzato, Matthew Garofolo, and Andre Adams. A foursome. They're going to have to come up with some kind of a nickname for themselves if they can continue to play the way this season has started. Quick drop. He's looking the whole way. And he's got his man. They found the hole at the 44. He's telegraphing, there's no doubt. He's got his eyes on who he wants. That was a nice throw. They found the open spot in the defense. Clock is going to run. And did that move the sticks? I don't believe it did. Second down and 1 yard to go. Two wide receivers to the far side, one near. Two backs in the backfield, dropping back, three-step, can't find it. Flushed out of the pocket, he's going to have to run. And finally taken down by Vitorino, just over the 50.
Thomas Hurd scrambled for a first down, tackled at midfield by number 15.
First down for Portsmouth. Clock is ticking, but no need, definitely not panic time for the Patriots. This Bulldog team just looks like an extremely well-conditioned team. Watching the defensive line. Here we go. Out of the gun. To the deep man in the backfield. Keeps it. Throws it behind his intended receiver.
Number 6.
And that's going to fall incomplete. And it's going to bring up a second down.
Bring up a second down. And that's also going to bring us to the end of the quarter.
And folks, we have 3 quarters of play in the books. All Westerly at the moment. The score, Bulldogs 20, Portsmouth 0. We'll flip sides and be right back.
Bring the kids, bring Grandma and Grandpa, heck, bring everyone, and come to the Mesquamaket Fall Fest in Westerly September 15th, 16th, and 17th at Mesquamaket State Beach. You'll find an array of great food trucks, arts and craft vendors, games, rides, and a Ferris wheel. Friday night, internet sensations the Jay Creek Cloggers will perform, as well as Ambrosia with special guest John Ford Coley. Saturday night, it's Matt McAnally, 10-time CMA Music Award winner. It's an endless summer at Mesquamaket Beach with Fall Fest. Mesquamaket.org.
And welcome back, folks. We are 3-2-1 Westerly, and we are about to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs looking to go to 2-0. They will start the quarter on defense. Midfield, 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. So that is now 7 quarters of shutout football to start the season for the Bulldogs. I know what they say. If they give a point on this drive, it's firmly on my ball. Back to pass. He's going to tuck and go. And made a nice move outside, but nice job recovered by the Bulldog defense. Only about a yard gain. Caleb Williams flying through the end. I would be thinking no huddle is an option pretty soon, as opposed to having the quarterback run to the sideline and meeting the coach takes time. Now we have a 3-possession game, no matter how you crack it. 2 wide receivers near side. You got 2 backs in the backfield. We really haven't spread it out as much. And steps up in the pocket, throws over the top, and over the top of everybody. He was hoping the linebackers would step up, thinking it was a quarterback draw. He stepped back real quick, but the Bulldog defense does not fall for it. Good coverage on the play. And again, this is going to bring up a 4th down. There's only so many more punts the Patriots can afford to actually kick off and give up possession on. So be aware of the fake, but I think it's a bit too obvious. Perfect spot of the field. It's snapped. It's up. Almost blocked again. And oh no, the Bulldogs make an error and touch it. It's loose. And the Bulldogs dodge a bullet. I think number 2 might be injured. Touch the ball. He's sitting up, and hopefully he can pop okay. So no injury. Ball fell loose, and that was anybody's ball. And that right there, that could have sparked a flame that could have run right through the 4th quarter. Portsmouth recovers, pops it in the end zone, first place from there. Holy smokes, that could have really changed things. Bulldogs end up with it, and we'll start 1st and 10. Deep breath. 20-0 lead here in the 4th. They have done nothing but impress their home fans. A legendary crowd last week. But I'll tell you what, if you're a Bulldog fan, you're in the stands, you're around there, you're a legend. Bottom line. And Husero for the snap. Handoff coming off the right side. Nice cut up the middle. It's Hill. Always looking for the... Oh, it's loose again, and this time Portsmouth gets it. Takes it right out of Hill's hands. And they will give Portsmouth the ball back. Here we go. This is why you play 4 quarters, folks. I had anxiety all day long, and this is what it was for. I love this stuff. There is no quit in any team in Division Two. Every game you play, you're going to find a quality opponent throughout the year, as we will see. I didn't expect it to be as dominating of a performance thus far by the Bulldogs. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer anyway. But the Bulldogs have some talent that is hard to really judge this early, but it's real. Snap, handoff, up the shoot, nothing happening. Nice job. Rigo Spalato getting his leg and not letting go. And a flag. That's going to be generally an unsportsmanlike that late. For a late phase move. What do we have? Unsportsmanlike. And that was against the Patriots. I am not sure if that was unsportsmanlike or what signal he gave. All I know is that they are really shooting themselves in the foot, because all of this just continues to take more time off of the clock.
Dead ball foul, so it's second down.
It was a dead ball foul. The clock's going to start running now. And here we go. I am so excited about this season and impressed with this Bulldog effort from all over the place, from the new players to the veterans to the across the board. And we have a timeout, Portsmouth, trying to figure out something, and they got to do it quick, folks. 20 for Westerly, 0 for Portsmouth. We are in the fourth quarter.
Hi, my name is Mark Wright. I'm a realtor with Caldwell Banker Coastal Homes. I'm licensed in Rhode Island and Connecticut. Should you need any assistance in buying or selling a home, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I'm also happy to support my alma mater, the Westerly Bulldogs. Go Dogs!
As the Bulldogs return to the field, and they have defended their new turf field in excellent fashion thus far in the 2023 season. Coach Spazzato starting his career in fantastic fashion. The throw over the top to the long side, got him in. Good tackle on the spot by Bozek, keeping him in bounds. And it's little things like that that matter here in the fourth.
Gonna bring up third down, it's 3rd and 10.
Portsmouth continues to huddle up, and that also takes extra time. I'm surprised they haven't converted to no huddle for the rest of the way. 2 backs in the backfield. Nope, 2 wide receivers each side, 1 back in the backfield. Steps back, looks right, over the top. He looked there the whole time, and over his back shoulder, overthrown. And they'll bring up a 3rd down for the Patriots. And the Patriots get the reward of heading to Bishop Hendricken next week. So that's a tough start. The Bulldogs will head to Barrington. And Barrington also ran that read-only option that we have seen little success from out of the Patriots tonight. Coaching staff doing one heck of a job having the team prepared both weeks. On the road, and he takes him down. Andre Adams, Michael Barton on the scene, Matthew Garofola on the scene. All of the studs up front. Turnover on downs, and was that the nail? I'll tell you what, it was an emotional boost. Sal Algieri Field is in a ruckus. The Bulldogs will take over, again protecting the shutout, as the entire defensive line says no, we are taking it back. The Bulldogs now with more probably of a slow-mo offense. There's no rush for them. Out of the gun with Hill in the backfield. Tough snap, well handled by Usero. He turns, he's going to take what it is. Nice job of maintaining possession there, though. Taken down in bounds, and now we'll continue things.
Oh my God, is there 9? There's only 9 minutes left.
So, folks, this production has been brought to you in addition by Roofing, South County Health, Ed French and Son Paving, and XC Media Design. Don't forget the Musquamaket Beach Fall Fest this Saturday and Sunday. And we are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple. The snap. And he hands it off, but runs a nice fake. Only for about a yard. I like how Husro continues to play. And the clock continues to tick. The clock being the Bulldogs' friend. And I'm impressed, folks. I'm impressed with how they came out again. Not flawless. There's areas they need to work on. They're young. But I'll tell you what, after 2 weeks of this season, I'm not sure I expected them to be exactly where they're at. I know that. They have a lot of hybrid athletes that are just doing their job. Handoff, Hill. Not much room, but he's still spinning his way forward. Inbounds, and they'll bring up a punting situation. So now the Patriots will get the ball back. And I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but they're going to have to go with something pretty entertaining. Bulldogs head on the road for a week and then back at home for Shea. Bulldogs set the punt. Bozek got it. Almost blocked. Gets off a beauty. And the Bulldog bounce to the 34. So Patriots' chances are running low here as they will take over. What a performance by this defense. They never at any point allowed Portsmouth to get in the groove. Defensive line played fantastic. They truly did. They controlled the line of scrimmage the entirety of the game, the whole game. And you can see that as the opponents have that 0 on the board for week number 2 in a row. Linebackers doing their thing behind the defensive line, and they're all coming here. Quick pass planned for it. And let's move on the sideline. Perfect play for the defense that was called. Both backers were on the both backers were stunting, and it was a one-step drop. So that worked out for the Patriots. We are under 7 minutes to play in quarter number 4. And I'll tell you what, it's made my day. Wasn't going well, but I knew once I got here it would be. And the snap on the pressure screen. And he's got his man being dragged the whole way. Number 11 for the Bulldogs, Samuel Brimlow. First to get his arms around him and was not letting go.
There to make the tackle, number 11, Sam Brimlow.
And Portsmouth with 6:35 to go in this one, and they are going to have to do things and do them quickly. Bulldogs scheduling upcoming is really doesn't get any easier. But they're going to be the type of team it looks that's going to just keep growing and improving and adding wrinkles throughout the year. Coach Zato pressing every button right with a young group, which makes it even more difficult. He didn't walk into a group of 8 seniors that could kind of handle things deep down the sidelines, out of bounds. He's just done a heck of a job along with his coaching staff.
Heard. Intended for number 13, Sanderson.
Special thanks to Roof Right Roofings, South County Health, Ed French and Son Paving, and XC Media Design. As things get sorted out, there's really no rush on the Portsmouth end. The Bulldogs having just taken control from the get-go. And that time a little too overexcited. That's all right. If you're going to make a mistake, make the aggressive one. It's a mental mistake, but so Portsmouth will get a free 5. The battle at the line of scrimmage goes to the Bulldogs without a doubt. Bulldogs corners doing a heck of a job in coverage as well. I can't forget them. Linebackers across the board. Linebackers played well, but they were all challenged. All 3 levels of the defense were challenged by Portsmouth today, and all 3 levels answered. Quick pass, and behind the intended man.
Number 6, Tyler Hurd, is incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 1.
So, folks, make sure you tune in on, let's see here, it would be September 29th versus Shea. And they take the line. And the Bulldogs defensive line swarms.
Number 3, John Forte. Does not get it.
And the Bulldogs stopped them short of the first down, standing up to the last test, unfortunately. Matthew Garofolo walking out, and it seems like he is definitely aggravated by something, and again, coming off a season-long injury, that would be something that wipes away a lot of the good of this victory. We have to wait and see on that. Handoff back. Nice move, stays on his feet. Hill still running under the 5-minute mark.
Terrell Hill. 5-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 45.
Second down and 5 yards to go. And off to Hill, we've heard that a lot today. That's been the recipe for success. Win it in the trenches. You got a quarterback who connected over the top, and you go to the trenches, and they start to adjust. If you have that quarterback with the pocket presence that Husserl has already, as time trickles down on what is going to be the second Bulldog victory of the season in as many tries. Up to midfield near first down, Hill. As they're happy keeping the clock running, and that is going to be enough to move the chains. Time of possession goes to the Bulldogs. A statistical victory, a victory on the score, convincing. 3-minute mark. The crowd is absolutely fired up here at Solitary Field. You change it a day, doesn't affect a thing here. And Hill on the run, got room, reverses his field, and down just past the 40 to the 38. The Bulldogs compiling rushing yards. And the offensive line was a big question mark. Having players having to play in new positions this season. Matthew Garofalo coming off of a serious injury, which he just walked off the field. And they'll toe the line. 1st and 10, 39-yard line. All Bulldogs all night long. Makes it an easy one to call, folks, let me tell you. And down he goes, Fazaro, the all-around man. First down, there's a flag on the field. Fazaro also having a great day on defense, as he usually does. These guys that follow the rules the coach has put in place to prevent this offense from defeating them. And players bought in. Starts at the coaching, and it's all roses for Westerly right now, except for this penalty. Clock is running. And now, you got to understand, these players that haven't given up a point all year, this is like a playoff drive for them. They don't want to give up the first points of the season on the last drive. So they want the clock to run down and Portsmouth not to get it back. Nice cut, Romello Hammer. Oh, excuse me, Fazaro on the carry.
And Fazaro on the carry.
And this possession more than likely is going to do it for this contest.
Second down.
And this Bulldogs team with weapons abound all around. Seems like somebody steps up whenever needed. Different numbers, different names. Trips to the wide side. Nope, we're going to fix that. 2 wide receivers to the wide side, 1 near. 2 backs in the backfield. And he's going to hand it off. Fazaro's got it. And he pushes his way forward for about 5 or 6 yards. Under a minute to go to wrap this thing up, folks. Nice show put on by the Bulldogs on top of the hill, under the lights, Sallow at Jerry Field. They've been on the turf twice, and boy, have they put on 2 good performances. A team with a lot of question marks coming in. And they are doing one heck of a job. And Husserl awaiting, kneeling, and that is going to do it, folks, for week number 2 is now in the books. Bulldogs with a 2-0 record after a 20-0 resounding, great defensive effort, great effort overall, but a resounding defeat of Portsmouth. Got redemption from last year's loss. They're 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the division. And they will next be home on the 29th of September versus Shea at 7 p.m., folks. Be sure to tune in. We will be bringing that to you as we are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple. And what a performance put on, all-around performance. And I got to credit the coaching staff as well. The balanced attack that they had set up for this Portsmouth team, it was all Westerly, all night. I can't wait until next week, folks. As the players will get together, a dejected Portsmouth team will walk off the field, and that's going to be it for us, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano. We are 321 Westerly. We make marketing simple, and we will be back with you on the 29th, folks, for Shea, 7 p.m.
I'm Michael Kiefer. I'm the owner of Kiefer's Martial Arts here in Westerly. We're here to help people. So with kids, yeah, they're kicking and punching and blocking, and they're learning self-defense, and they're getting a workout. Martial arts is physical, but we're also trying to embed those character development lessons into their classes as well. Perseverance and Donald Spirit. We get many referrals for kids that maybe have ADD or ADHD, or kids that are maybe having some behavior problems. It's not to say I have a magic wand. Those are definitely things that we're going to work on with them. We always have a 2-week trial program. So if anybody's like, wow, that sounds pretty cool, but I just don't know if my kid is gonna like it, and I don't want to be locked in, then you do the 2-week trial. I'm going to give you a uniform, a private lesson, and you can come to classes for 2 weeks. So for people that are unsure, that's a great way to go about it.
Hi, my name is Mark Wright. I'm a realtor with Caldwell Banker Coastal Homes. I'm licensed in Rhode Island and Connecticut. Should you need any assistance in buying or selling a home, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I'm also happy to support my alma mater, the Westerly Bulldogs. Go Dogs!
Bring the kids, bring Grandma and Grandpa, heck, bring everyone, and come to the Mesquamaket Fall Fest at Westerly September 15th, 16th, and 17th at Mesquamaket State Beach. You'll find an array of great food trucks, arts and craft vendors, games, rides, and a Ferris wheel. Friday night, internet sensations the Jay Creek Cloggers will perform, as well as Ambrosia with special guest John Ford Coley. Saturday night, it's Matt McAnally, 10-time CMA Music Award winner. It's an endless summer at Mesquamaket Beach with Fall Fest. Mesquamaket.org.
D&V Mechanical, Southern Rhode Island and Eastern Connecticut's leader in ducted and ductless air conditioning, heating, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, and water heaters. We are Mitsubishi Diamond Contractors and offer professional installations with a 12-year parts and compressor warranty. Call for a free estimate today. For over 15 years, your mechanical solution. D&V Mechanical, fast, friendly, and ridiculously reliable.